Hello, and thank you for joining us today as we discuss Sign Here powered by DocuSign. We do want to bring attention to the fact that this is a pre-recorded webinar presentation. My name is Jesse Griego, and I'm joined today by my colleague Amanda Kelly. We are the Reimbursement Systems Implementation Specialists with the emphasis in Sign Here powered by DocuSign. I'm going to be handing things off to Amanda as she discusses what we're going to be talking about today.
Thanks, Jesse. In today's presentation, we're going to go over what is Sign Here, why your clinic should want to use this platform. We'll walk through a quick demo, and then we will touch on next steps, what you can expect, and then at the end, we will provide our contact information. So if you have any questions, you can forward those to us so that they can be addressed. What is Sign Here powered by DocuSign? This is Cochlear's electronic signing solution powered by DocuSign. And DocuSign has pioneered the development of the e-signature since 2003. Today, they offer the world's #1 electronic signature, which is why we've partnered with them in order to bring you this great platform that will help eliminate need for paper and automate some of the processes you have today in your clinic. With this platform, we are able to reduce costs and significantly reduce errors in the documentation process, as well as we're able to build custom end-to-end processes for both simple and complex signing procedures. So this should eliminate some of the pain points you may have today in your clinic as far as eliminating any scanning, faxing, or printing that you may need to do, really trying to create a better signing solution between Cochlear and your clinic. 3 key elements I want to point out with Sign Here. These include ease of use, speed, and efficiency. With ease of use, you are able to sign electronically on the go from any device, anywhere, at any time. So what's nice with this feature is that you are able to have the customization and flexibility in your schedule that allows you to match your current clinic processes and sign when it is most convenient for you. As far as speed, you are able to sign documents with one click. Cochlear takes on the responsibility of automatic routing, so we set up the documents where it will route from one authorized signer to the next. Once your portion is complete, it automatically routes to the next signer. And with that, once the document is complete, it routes back to Cochlear. In doing this, patients are able to get their orders faster, and it really results in improved patient care. As far as efficiency, there are fewer steps to complete a document. This results in a more streamlined process in using this platform. With Sign Here, you do have a secure dashboard in which you can manage all of your documentation requests. This helps you to stay up to date on each of these requests. You can see the status and what is required from you. We also have pre-populated forms in which Cochlear will fill out a lot of the information for you, which allows for improved data accuracy and eliminates some of the errors that can happen in the current documentation process. I want to go over a couple testimonials. The first one we have here is from Rita Coe at Indiana University. She points out that DocuSign has been a very positive experience, that it saves their clinic time in preparing documentation, and that physicians are very prompt in signing and returning documents to Cochlear. She also points out that DocuSign has improved their ability to complete documentation requests, in which patients are able to receive their orders more promptly. And this is the experience that we want every clinic to experience. We want this to be a positive experience. We want this to benefit your clinic specifically. The next one I have here is from Dr. Fordham in San Antonio. He writes that using DocuSign is seamless, quick, and has improved patient care and clinic efficiency by speeding up and streamlining the process of documentation completion. He also writes that it is convenient and easier than before. If you see in that last paragraph, he points out that documents come directly to his phone, which has saved him time because he is able to send this directly back with just a few clicks. Our third testimonial here is from Hackensack University from their audiology team. They write that they have loved their experience with DocuSign so far. They no longer need to print, scan, or fax anything. They point out in that last paragraph that they love the confirmation that comes to their email box. It has been a very pleasant experience and saves them time and relieves stress. And again, this is really the whole point in transitioning to this electronic platform. We really want to help relieve any stress or pain points that we can and help automate some of these processes. So I want to jump into what the signing experience looks like so that you are familiar with how this will look once you transition. Signing a document, as I mentioned before, it is an easy 3-step process. The first step being you will receive an email from our documentation specialist at Cochlear. It will point out in the subject line, if you see at the bottom, the name of the person who sent it via DocuSign. It will point out it's from Cochlear Americas, the type of document that was sent. And then where it says please DocuSign, we will be adding in the patient name and an order number. So it helps simplify who the request is for and what is it specifically asking you to do. From this email, if you see in the picture, you will select the button that says Review Document, and we have that highlighted there in the red. Once you do so, you are brought to a preview of what the document looks like. So the second step is to go ahead and agree to use the electronic signature. By doing that, you'll click that top button where it says Continue, and there are quick tabs that will guide you through the document. So you are able to move freely within the document, or you can simply use these tabs and it will walk you through what is required of you. If you do note in this picture, the bottom picture here, once you agree to sign, it does bring that document to view, and you can actually move through the document, see what is required, and complete your portion. I do want to point out here that electronic signatures are 100% secure and legal, so there should be no concern there. The third step is to simply sign the document, and you are completed. I do want to mention the first time you sign, you will have to adopt a signature. So you can use one of our pre-populated fonts, or you can sign from your phone and use your own signature. You only have to adopt a signature once. After the first time, your signature will be remembered, and when you sign, it will pre-fill that signature you have adopted. Once you have completed your portion, you will select that button Finish along the bottom, and it will tell you that you are done. There is nothing further that you need to do. The document will automatically route to the next signer, or back to Cochlear if you are the last person in the signing order. With DocuSign, you are going to have a dashboard. This is no cost to you. Cochlear will be accruing that, and we will help set that up for you. If you see in this picture, the dashboard looks similar to an Outlook email inbox. So this dashboard is nice because it allows you to see each of the requests, and if you see highlighted in that picture, the status of the requests. So you can see what is still needed from you, what has been completed, and what might be waiting for others. I'd like to hand it over at this point to Jesse so he can go over our mobile app that's available for you.
Thank you, Amanda. One of our favorite features to discuss when dealing with Sign Here powered by DocuSign is the mobile application. It's a simple, fast, and secure way to complete documentation. We feel that it's one of the most beneficial items because clinical staff is able to complete documentation from anywhere at any time on the go. The greatest feature is that it is available across all platforms, whether that be Apple, Android, or Windows devices. To download the DocuSign mobile app, you simply go to your applicable app store, whether that be the Apple Store, Google Play, or Windows Store. Search for the DocuSign application. It looks very similar to the photo you see in the middle of the presentation, the blue border with the yellow signature box in the middle. It is a free application, and I do just want to mention it does take up minimal spacing on your cell phone, so you don't have to worry about the possibility of it overtaking any of your phone's memory or storage. Last but not least, once you download the application, you log in using the free account that you've created already through Cochlear with the email and password that you have already set up, and it will pull all of your account information automatically to the application and have accessibility, as we said, on the go. The mobile app also has its own version of a minimized dashboard. That way you can easily read and translate all of your documentation. It shows you a detailed view with a menu as well as quick action items for your signature or any items that require your attention, and any of those that you have completed your portion and they're waiting for a response from somebody else. As you can see in these photos, it does very nicely indicate in large numbers any items that would require your attention or any of them that you have moved on to the next person in the signing process. The nice thing is that the dashboard does give you visibility very similarly to the dashboard on your desktop of the subject line containing the patient name and order number, as well as a status on if the documentation has been completed or not. Before we move on, we do want to discuss some certain unique scenarios that we may encounter as a signing clinic or anybody on staff that may deal in signing documentation with the reimbursement department. One of those situations is if Cochlear assigns the document to the incorrect person. So if, for example, we send the document to one of the audiologists and it's actually a patient of a different audiologist, what the capabilities allow for is whoever the receiving audiologist is can go into the DocuSign menu, select Other Actions, and from the drop-down menu you'll see you can assign to somebody else. So if it needs to transfer to another audiologist, you just type in their email and their name. You have the option to type in a small response to say why you're changing the signing responsibility, and then you send it to them. Now, all ownership has transferred to that person, and they will now complete all of their required fields on the document. A separate scenario that you may encounter is if Cochlear actually doesn't know who the document is supposed to be routing to. We have a unique situation where Cochlear can actually request that the clinic provide us with the correct contact and who the correct signer should be. So we'll send an email to a main contact on file at the clinic, and we'll ask them, who is the patient supposed to be seeing, or who is supposed to be the person signing this document? The only thing that you'll be required to enter is a name and an email address, and then you forward that document to them, and it's now their responsibility to complete all required portions. We're going to jump into a brief demo because we want to make sure that you as a clinical partner are able to see the user interface of what DocuSign looks like real time. So we're going to just jump into that right now. I'm going to pull up my email, and as you can see with my inbox, we do have a dedicated folder. Cochlear highly recommends that the clinics would create a dedicated inbox so that all of your email requests will filter to one inbox in particular, and that way it just helps to keep everything organized and concise. I do have a request here, as you can see. It shows in the subject line that this is a Certificate of Medical Necessity, or CMN. You may be familiar with that type of document. The patient that it's in regards to is R. Faragosa, and then we show the order number. I'm going to go ahead and click through the review document link, similar to what Amanda was speaking to earlier. This will pull up DocuSign in my internet browser, and I do want to take a brief moment to mention that when you pull up DocuSign, it is completely browser agnostic, meaning that no matter which browser the clinic prefers to use, whether that be Firefox, Chrome, Safari, or Internet Explorer, all of these are accessible with DocuSign. You'll see here that I am able to access the document, and I actually am pulled to a page that shows a preview. I'm able to view all of the patient information, the document itself, and what is being requested. I'll go ahead and click Continue. And now it actually allows me to go to the document and see all of the required fields. We do want to mention that this is a test document, as you can see by the red font in the top corner. This indicates that all personal information has been removed for the protection of our patients. Now this document, you do have range to free scroll throughout the document and look at it at your leisure, or if you prefer to take out all the fluff in the middle, you can actually use this quick tab where it says Start. Once you click that, it'll automatically take you down on the document to any required fields that you may have to choose. Right here, it's asking for a diagnosis code, so you can either select one of those using the radio buttons, or if you choose to select another, that will automatically prompt you to use this text field to fill in any other diagnosis code that may not be listed at that time. Looking at this document, it appears that I am acting as either the administrator at the clinic or the audiologist, as there is no physician signature required from me at this time. So once I complete the diagnosis code, I do have the option either at the top of the screen or at the very bottom to select Finish. Once I do that, I do know that this is routing to the next person in that signing order. In this particular example, it seems that it would be a physician that we would require a signature from. Once you've finished signing a document, you will be prompted with a pop-up window, similar to the one you see on the screen, asking you to log into DocuSign. DocuSign wants to ensure that if you have any other requests, you are able to log in and take care of them all at one time. So it's trying to make the process much more simple and efficient for you. If you click No Thank You, we just want to bring mention to the fact that it'll redirect you to Cochlear's Insurance Support splash page. This is a great resource for you as a clinical partner because it explains everything about our reimbursement process, some of the items that we are able to bill for, and their HCPCS billing codes, as well as a description, and even some of our insurance partners that we are able to bill for. On the flip side, if you log in and access through your dashboard, which I'll do now, you're actually able to view a quick menu that shows you all of the requests that you currently have on your desk or your responsibility. So as I pull up the DocuSign dashboard, you'll see this small window on the left-hand side of the screen that shows an overview. It's going to tell you your action required. That's anything that's waiting for your attention or your signature. Waiting for others, any of those that you have completed and now it's waiting for another signature or required field. Any that are expiring soon, and any of them that have been already completed. One thing I want to mention about the completed inbox is this will house all of those completed documents. You can either download them as a PDF or print them out as a physical copy for all of your EMR records. As you can see here, I do have one item in my action required. I'll go ahead and click through to that. And it is a letter of medical necessity request. If we click on that and expand it, you'll actually be able to see who the patient is, what their order number is, and who is involved in the signing process. Again, in this document, I'm going to be acting as the audiologist, so I will go ahead and click through to sign and show you what that looks like. So this is going to be a letter of medical necessity for an N7 upgrade. And as you can see, there are multiple required fields on this document as opposed to the previous one. Because this is a letter of medical necessity, it will require more information, as you may know. My required fields are going to be the diagnosis. I select from a drop-down menu. I'll also be required to fill in the magnet strength. And finally, cap it off with a signature. Now that I have completed all of my required fields, you can see that quick tab has disappeared, and now I do have the option to finish. So this document has been completed and is now pending a physician signature. So now we can move on with the reimbursement signing process. I do just want to mention, moving through that document, even though there were 3 required fields, it only took me 4 clicks and a number of seconds before I was able to actually complete that and move it on to the next stage in the process. Jumping back into our presentation, I want to discuss with your clinic what the next steps for this transitional process looks like. We want to know from you, how do you prefer to route your requests? What's going to be the best way that Cochlear and your clinic can work together so that we can complete all documentation requests in a very efficient manner? We'll be sending a spreadsheet to either you or your clinical field team, and we would ask that you fill it out with all of your clinic's contacts, names, and emails, and show us a little bit of an indication on how you currently receive documentation and if you would prefer that to be the same moving forward. That's what we refer to as the signing preferences. Would you like it to go to an administrator where it's then distributed to all the audiologists? Do you have an administrator who takes care of the diagnosis codes and then a physician for signature? Those are the types of things that we're referring to when we say a signing preference. We can begin at a date that fits your needs as a clinic to include testing of documentation if you so choose. Last but not least, when would your clinic like to sign up and begin using DocuSign as an electronic signing platform? Before we leave, I do just want to mention we will be providing your clinic with some reference materials, one of which is a very valuable tool that we use called the Sign Here Quick Reference Guide. This is a quick 7-step process designed specifically from DocuSign to lead you from start to finish through the signing process, from opening the original email or your dashboard to the signature when you route it back to Cochlear. We're also going to be providing you with some online resources, links that will take you directly to resources that were designed by DocuSign, where it shows either detailed descriptions or very quick, easy-to-follow videos, such as how to download the DocuSign mobile app and sign a document, all in under 2 minutes.
Thank you, Jesse. Before we go today, we do have a dedicated email address that I would like to provide to you. So if there are any questions, you can forward these to us and we can address them for you. Our email address listed here is signhear@cochlear.com. That is SIGNHEAR@cochlear.com. That's going to be the best point of contact for both myself and Jesse so that we can make sure we're addressing your needs as quickly as possible. I know that we will be sending you those online resources, but this is a great place for any support that's needed with DocuSign. We're able to assist your clinic in whatever is needed in this process. So please reach out to us. Otherwise, thank you so much for your time and have a great day.